My name is Shelby, and this is a video about how to teach a music workshop in Fusion. Thanks for watching, and I hope it's helpful for you and your future students. First, I'm going to talk about some general things. What is a Fusion workshop? Who takes a Fusion workshop? What are your goals when teaching a Fusion workshop? Next, we'll focus specifically on your instrument and how to teach it. And finally, we'll talk about some general tips for workshop success. What is a Fusion workshop? A Fusion workshop is a fun setting in which Fusion students can learn musical skills in order to better engage in dynamic community and develop a basis for continued musical, personal, and relational growth. That's kind of a long and complicated definition. In other words, Fusion workshops exist in order to teach music, but at the same time they prioritize community, relationships, and personal growth in a fun and positive learning environment. Who takes a Fusion workshop? Fusion students, of course. Usually teenagers between the ages of 13 and 19 who are a part of Fusion, whether at a summer Fusion camp or part of the year-round rock choir ministry of the local church. Many have never played an instrument. A few might have studied at music school, but most probably have very limited musical experience, yet are eager to learn. What are the goals of a Fusion workshop? The first and most obvious goal is teaching songs for a concert. There's always a Fusion concert coming up, and it gives the teenagers a tangible target to work towards, as well as an opportunity to showcase what they've learned. Another goal is giving the students a springboard for further learning. We want to teach material that will make it possible for students to continue to learn, even if it's mostly on their own. We don't want to turn them into one-time Fusion guitar solo wonders, but instead give them practical skills they can continue to build on in the future. The final goal is developing relationships. Although workshops are rather task-oriented by nature, they can be a great way to build deeper relationships with the students and for them to deepen relationships amongst themselves too. So now that you know what a Fusion workshop is, who takes a Fusion workshop, and what the goals are, let's learn more about how to teach your specific instrument.
Always start with explaining some basics of the instrument. For acoustic, it means names of the strings, some basic chords, and some rhythm with your right hand. On a guitar, we have 6 strings: E, A, D, G, B, and E. And those things on a guitar are frets, which is actually showing you where you need to push down the string to play a note. Also, we are numbering the strings. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But it will be easier for you to remember it like this. Eat all day, go to bed early. Try it.
Eat all day, go to bed early.
Nice. And now let's learn some chords. This is E minor. It has notes E, B, E, G, B, and E. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna push down the second string on a second fret. Yes, that's it. And you will have your ring finger and you will push down third string on a second fret.
Like this?
Yes, just like that. But just try to put your fingers in the middle of a fret. It will be a lot better. Yes, and now just try to strum it. Yes, and now you know the E minor chord. Now let's play this chord with some basic strumming rhythm. We will use this sentence: mother, father, grandpa, mother, father, grandpa. I know it's a little funny, but it will help, believe me. Now watch how it goes. Mother, father, grandpa, mother, father, grandpa. Okay, now let's try it together. Mother, father, grandpa, mother, father, grandpa. Nice! Now let's try to learn another chord, and it will be C major. So what you're gonna do is you will take your ring finger and you will push down second string on the third fret. Yes. After you will take your middle finger and you will push down third string on the second fret. Yes. And finally, your index finger will go to the fifth string on the first fret. And that's a C major chord. Yes. Now we will try to change the chords. It will be hard, but you will make it.
Okay.
So it will go like this. Watch. Mother, father, grandpa, mother, father, grandpa. Mother, father, grandpa, mother, father, grandpa. Okay, now let's try it together. Mother, father, grandpa, mother, father, grandpa. Now say, change to the C major. Mother, father, grandpa, mother, father, grandpa. Nice! You will have to spend a lot of time doing this because changing chords, it's the hardest part for beginners to play guitar. I would do this. I would teach them G major and D major so we could play actually some chorus, for example, Our God. And they will try to do it and they will hear at least something like music. Practice this really frequently because they need to really memorize it. So this you will need to do every workshop, every day. Now let's have a break from playing because their fingers will hurt. So you can use this break and actually teach them something about fretboard and how it goes from a fretboard up when you are pushing the strings. As you know, guitar has 6 strings. Eat all day, go to bed early. And if you are going up by the fretboard, it's changing. So it goes like this. E, it's open string. Then F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. It's complicated, but let's write it down. Now let's see how the 5th fret is different. So on an E string, if you will strum 5th fret, it's A. And the 2nd string is also A. So let's try it together. Yes, it sounds the same because it's the same note. It is the same during all the guitar, but there's one exception. On a G string, the 4th fret, yes, that's B. So if you strum it, now it's the same. But always is the 5th, except the G string. Let's draw a fretboard now, so you actually know where the notes are. Now, I will try some group activity to support their memory. For example, it can be a little game, like you say a note and they need to find 3 different positions for it on a fretboard. Try to find 3 different positions for the note G. Yes, great job! Next, you will want to start teaching songs for the concert. Perhaps there's a simple song or chorus that the students could all learn together first. Then decide together with students who is playing which song and then start teaching more individually. It is important to use the specifics to teach general information. So if I'm only teaching a simple part, I should still explain what the chords are and what rhythm we can also use for that song. So they will see that there are plenty of rhythms that are simple and they will know more than one. Be ready to write everything that they will need on paper, so all of students will have something to practice, even you won't be with them.
Know the concert songs, the songs you're teaching, inside and out. The better you know a song, the easier you'll be able to teach it. and the easier it will be to adjust parts as needed for students who are more or less advanced. Make sure you're communicating well with the other workshop leaders and band leaders so that parts of songs are covered but not doubled up. Remember that perfection is not the goal, but at the same time you want your students to feel successful, not like failures, because they can't get a hard part. You want to challenge them but also set them up for success. Never force anyone to play in the concert, but encourage them until the bitter end. Some students will gain confidence bit by bit and really love playing in the concert, but only after a lot of practice and encouragement. Offer more options for more advanced students. Have ideas for extra songs or exercises handy. Spend time with students outside of your workshop. Music is a language. Don't stop there. Let it be a tool and foundation for relationships and trust.